Okay, what's going on, y'all? Let me make sure I'm in focus here. All right, I believe I am. Sometimes this this mic gets the best focus, but okay. I did this recording a couple times, and let me turn down my headphones just a bit. And first off, I want to apologize. My last video, the audio was not where I wanted it to be. But I do appreciate the views that I got on it. People who did enjoy the information, so I'm actually going to do that again. But I think that I can just do a little bit better as far as the audio comes along. So let me try to. Okay, well, I better keep the headphones on because I can kind of hear where my audio is going. That way I can make sure that I'm not swaying too much, because if I go here, you can still hear me, but it's not as present as if I'm closer to the mic like this. So, okay, so let's say you are okay, well, before I start that, I do plan on changing the issue with my website with the gotbetterbeats.com thing. For some reason you have to do gotbetterbeats.beatstars.com. So I guess I'm just going to use their player, and I'm going to design my own website, which would actually be a good idea. I found a pretty good solution for that, so I'm actually going through the motions now to get that set up. And I will have ways for you guys to connect with me through email, through a contact form. Like if you're looking to get an album mixed, if you have an idea for a custom beat, or if you just want to collab with me or just share ideas or something like that, just any type of thing. I'm looking to open the lines of communication so we can connect with each other. So therefore, hopefully that'll be fixed. I would say, let's say by the end of this month, because I'm really trying to complete it. I really want to have a few things for you guys. I'm gonna try to start doing some detailed information for you guys to really get started on creating your own music. And I will say that I do have a heart for home studios, because I started that to my core. That's how I started. And well, I mean, I have a home studio right now, of course, but how I started, and I may have to do a video on the extreme measures that I started in with my home studio. But that's going to be for another video. But when I tell you, I started crazy, but it was just, and it's crazy how everything came together for me to know what I know today. So make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up icon, and if you do dislike it, I mean, you can hit the dislike button, but at least let me know what you dislike about it so I can improve. I mean, because I feel like that's the best option for us to grow. All right, I don't know what this is, so let me just cancel that. All right, so let's say you are a songwriter, you aspiring to be an audio engineer, you want to kind of learn the audio recording techniques, and to become a better engineer. Seeing some studios on Instagram and online that'll make you just want to drool if you like gear the way I like gear. But don't be deceived on that. Don't be deceived in thinking that you have to have that in order to have great recordings, because that's not true. So, but if you want to aspire to get there, by all means get there. I mean, my dream studio, I don't even know what type of gear I would like to have, but I know it's going to be some real cool things in there. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I would recommend for the heart of your studio is going to be your computer. And make sure that you do a little bit of research on the type of computer that you want to have, because Windows and Mac, I mean, just got to pick a side at this point. I mean, they're both good. You have Mac users or Apple users that will say, hey, Apple's great because of this, and you have Windows users that it's really about what you're comfortable with. Do not get into that whole this is better and that's better. No, it's what's better is what you would like to have. What I did was I had the choice to buy either, I guess it would have been a high-end iMac or build my own. And I decided to build my own PC because for me, I felt like I could get more bang for my buck, and I did put a lot into it. For what I put into it, I could have got the iMac, but I have a lot more power than the iMac would have gave me at the time, so, and plus I wanted to be able to be in a position where I could upgrade components later on down the line instead of just having to, rebuy another device. So that was my thought process on it. So whatever is good for you. If you're already using Apple and you're comfortable with Apple, please, by all means. I like both of them. I have an iPad, I have an iPad, but my phone is an Android. With the iPhone and Android era, people will go crazy. Whatever you're comfortable with, that's what it's about. Okay, so we talked about having a computer. Make sure that the components of your computer can handle what you're trying to get out of it. That is the most important part, because it's going to frustrate you if you try to, just get a computer that's mainly for internet browsing and you're trying to push it to the levels of recording audio and making beats and different things like that. You're probably not going to get a lot of performance out of it, and it's going to frustrate you, and it's going to make you quit. So please do your research, before you just go out there and buy a $99 netbook thinking that, okay, it's a computer, it has keys on it, I can do whatever I want to do. No. No, that's not the case. Make sure that whatever you get, it's able to handle the load that you're going to put on it. Okay. And now, so we have the computer down packed. Next thing we want to get is an audio interface. And let me explain what an audio interface is for anybody out there who may not know. And even if you do know, you may know what it is, but you may not know this definition. My definition for audio interface is it's just what helps your computer. Like, your computer has a sound card on the back of it, but you're not going to use that sound card to try to plug a professional mic into it, because professional mics use if I can get this loose. Okay. I don't know what that was about, but it's an XLR jack. I don't know if that's going to focus or not. Maybe not, but you guys get the picture. This right here is not going in the back of your computer. So this is what I have this type of cable plugged into, and I'm glad I didn't unplug the other one, because that would have been this mic. So this is actually the cable I have connected to the mic I use for my artist, which is the Rode NT1. But we'll get to the microphones. But so it helps your computer. It gives your computer the ports that you need to hook up professional studio equipment to your computer to be able to communicate with your computer, to record into your computer and do all those things. And it also gives you professional headphone outputs. They have thousands of audio interfaces that you can go out there and get. And like I said, it's mainly about just doing a little bit of research. But if you're just starting out, they have certain bundles. I know PreSonus has a lot of bundles. I think Focusrite has bundles too with their Scarlett 2i2. Those I would recommend because they're really popular right now. So the reason why I recommend them, because they're really popular, is because, for one, the price is going to be good, because I think for $2.99 or $3.99, they have some of them that even have a set of studio monitors with them. And that is an amazing deal for, to have pretty much an all-in-one solution. You have your computer interface, you have studio monitors, it comes with headphones, mic, and some actually come with the cables that you need. Okay, so now we have having a good computer, having the audio interface, and now we're talking about microphones. You want to have a good microphone, and they do have USB microphones. If you're really trying, let's say you're just trying to record just your voice and you don't think that you would need much more, you can go with a USB microphone, and it actually just plugs into your computer. I don't have a lot of experience with those. I'm usually having, an audio interface where I'm plugging the mics into, the XLR cables and connectors and using preamps and stuff like that. So forgive me, I do not have a lot of information on having a USB microphone. So I would say that would be another research and review study for yourself to actually look into it. If you just want to record your voice and all you need is like headphones and a USB microphone into your computer, so that might be a simple solution for, you guys out there who just really need to go as simple as possible. So, okay, but the microphones that I'm referring to are going to be like condenser microphones, and you do have a condenser microphone is usually the most common type of microphone that you'll find in the studio, mainly because of it is a very sensitive microphone as far as like it hears everything. Like if I turn my mic up, if I turn my headphones up, I actually hear my son in the other room playing the Xbox, talking over the chat. I mean, it's just kind of crazy on how much you can hear with these microphones, but it's actually good when you're recording vocals, guitar, different things like that. And this microphone here, it's a AKG C414. It's a really nice microphone. It has a lot of body to it. When I first started using it, it kind of threw me off because I was kind of dealing with the just lower end microphones that were mainly just kind of geared to vocals. But when I switched to this one, it required me to be like, I gotta EQ this just a little bit more because I'm getting a little bottom in my voice here and there. So it was a teachable moment when I switched to a higher end microphone that is made for just more than vocals. Because when you're dealing with, microphones that can be used for anything, they want to be full range. They want to be, rich and thick as can be, just to have the best type of sound. So, but with the microphones, they have microphones that will range from, I think it's so many brands, but I would say definitely read reviews on the microphones, because you want a really good microphone if you want to have, just the standard quality of vocals, because you don't want anything sounding too brittle. You don't want anything sound, like if you try to crank it up a little bit, it's starting to crackle on you, this and that. I would not recommend getting like, a $20 mic that you find on, $20.com, that's, just made in China, like that you know nothing about. Because it may sound okay, but if it tears up, I mean, it's really not going to be worth it. And maybe I'm just saying that because of, my experience with audio gear and my connections to audio gear. I do like quality gear. So price is really not the issue here. But what I'm saying is just do your research, and no matter if you find it at a pawn shop, finding it online at reverb.com. I mean, there's so many different types of microphones that you can get. Quality mics. AKG makes some really good mics. Audio-Technica, that would be one of the mics. I would recommend the AT2020. It's around $100, but it's a really solid mic. I mean, low noise floor. When I first started using that, it's been some years ago, but I was definitely able to tell the difference of the background noise that I didn't have just coming from my mic. I'm not gonna put out the mic company, but I had a cheap mic that I started out with, and it got things done, but it was just a really noisy mic. So when I switched over to the Audio-Technica, the AT2020, I was just able to instantly hear the difference in the noise that was just coming from my mic. I think you guys have heard enough about my rant on the on the microphones. So we have a decent computer, whether it's a laptop or desktop. You can have a laptop if you want to be portable. With today's laptops, you can actually really get a lot out of them this day and age. 2, audio interface. Do your research. You can go for the bundles, but I definitely, want you guys to do your research, figure out what you need out of an audio interface and get something that will actually, provide that for you long term. And of course, you're going to also have things like you're going to want to have headphones. And like headphones, you want to get some decent headphones, but I would say until you're mixing, it's not going to be a really big deal, but you definitely want to get like maybe some over-the-ear headphones. And the reason why I say it's not going to make a big difference because right now, if you're just getting into it, you're not going to know the difference between good headphones and bad headphones.